Okie dokie. I'm just going to check on time. How are we doing on time? Okay, got 2 more questions, 1 from each side. So we just did 1 there, so I'm going to go with that person there with the hand up in the blue. Yes, you get it. And
Hello, my name's Lizzie. I am a university graduate, and I am wondering what job opportunities you can offer to university graduates, and whether, if you come into election, you can offer me a job in your office.
What's on it?
So, Lizzie.
Well,
so what did you think?
I thought you said what your degree was in. African history.
Good luck with that.
Look, every person who's been unemployed for 6 months or more, graduate, non-graduate, young person, school leaver, is offered under our new proposals work or training after 6 months. So that is an offer to every one of you. If you have a degree, or even if you don't have a degree, if you've been unemployed for 26 months or more, the Future Jobs Fund is creating new job opportunities. There's 100,000 now available. There will be more in the next year, and that is a guarantee because we don't want people to be unemployed for a length of time. The second thing we're doing, which might be also interesting, Lizzie, is internships. And I don't know if you've seen the advertising for internships, which is essentially to say, look, a lot of us have problems when we leave college or university or leave school or and you need a job, but people say you need experience when you go for that interview. But you don't have experience unless you get a job. And it's a catch-22. So what we want to do is to create tens of thousands of internships where companies say, we will take on someone, give them the experience of working in our company. Usually, when someone does well, they're kept on anyway, but at least you've got the experience from having worked in that company for a period of time. And so we've got lots of big companies signed up to do it, and we've got the health service and other different organisations in government signed up to do it. So for people who've got a degree, or people who've got a college qualification that's not a degree, that are looking for experience so that they can say to another employer later, I've got this experience, I can now show you that I've got the experience to do the job, then internships are going to be a big pattern of what we do in the future. So it's work experience, but it's also helping you get the job of the future. And so if you want to ask, I'll get you all the details about how we're developing the internship, which should be available for people in the next few months. So I hope I can help you without having to direct you to an African university or to maybe working for Comic Relief and Sports Relief and the work that you do in Africa.
Well, yes, a lot of the money goes out to Africa. It's still a big job in Africa. Why did you do African history? Why did you choose that one? The bored out of the brain thing. Well,
African history was a lot more exciting.
It really is. Get into politics, the bored out of the brains thing.
But
okay.
If you want to find out about internships, or anybody want to find out about services, we've got people around the room, and you can ask them about how that's working.
We have a final question. I'm going to try and be... okay, the gentleman with the blue sleeve. Sorry, I know you were here. You're very close. You were too close. Yep, he's going. Oh, I actually meant that other guy there.
Why do you do them both?
Okay, you can both have it.
Thank you very much, Eddie.
Never got the
Good
same
afternoon,
question.
Prime Minister. I'm Chris Rivers of City College. I was expecting to be booed there.
Fight later.
Yeah. My first question, the first question you were asked in last night's debate was concerning immigration.
Yeah.
You've mentioned already about a fragile economy and alleged economic growth. Third world immigration is not a major issue. Movement within the European Union is. British jobs for British workers was your slogan. What guarantees can you give to restrict these movements, giving myself and everyone in this room a fairer chance in a competitive job market? Or you can go one better and offer the people of the country a referendum on Europe, which has been something they've wanted for a long, long time.
Well, I think we've got to be a bit more positive about Europe. I mean, half our trade is with Europe. I mean, there's 750,000 businesses in this country that make their money by selling goods to the rest of Europe. 3 million jobs depend on our membership of the European Union. And our contacts with all the different countries in Europe are really important to the future economy and our success as a country. And I don't think it makes any sense to sort of push Europe away. I think we've got to be part of it, trying to shape its policy so that it grows a bit faster and helps us create jobs in Britain by us being able to trade with the rest of Europe. Now, you're right that people come to Britain from the rest of Europe, but you're also got to bear in mind that people go from Britain to other countries in Europe. So there's 1 million people have come from the rest of Europe into Britain, and that's true, but there's 1 million Britons who have gone from Britain and are staying in the rest of Europe. So as people see the changes over the years, it's automatically true that some people may find that their fortunes are better in some of the different countries of Europe, and some people will find that the fortunes in Europe are better in Britain. So I don't think we should shut Europe off at all. I think it would be a huge mistake. And I know this is a big issue in the election about the future policy towards Europe, but I feel that working with other countries in Europe, look, we can now travel by high-speed rail as a result of the Channel Tunnel. You know, there's a great story when President Mitterrand was president of France. He talked about the growth of travel between France and Britain, and he said that the Channel Tunnel opened up 2 worlds of travel: high-speed rail from Paris to Calais, and then across the Channel, and then he said from Dover, a chance to have a leisurely look at the English countryside, because our trains were so slow. Now, we've speeded them up in the last few years, and we're now getting high-speed rail. Our plan is for high-speed rail right across Britain. Our plan is to be able to link up all the cities of Britain to London within 50-55 minutes from some of the major centres in the regions. But then you've got the chance to go to Paris, Brussels. Soon you get the chance to go direct to Nice, to Cologne, to Strasbourg. And by train travel, we're linking up the whole of Europe to make it possible for people to get fast travel, cheaper travel, because it's cheaper than the airlines, to get round Europe. And I think our links with the rest of Europe are incredibly important to us. In the last 25 years, what we've actually seen is that the east of Europe and the west of Europe has joined together. It's historic. Anybody who's studied history knows that the wars that ravaged Europe, not just in the 20th century, but all these previous centuries, and the idea that you've now got East and West linked together, and you've got a European Union that includes 27 countries, is a huge advance on where we were 50 years ago, far less 100 and 200 years ago. So I think we should make the most of the fact that we're part of the European Union. We should choose to trade and have business with Europe as much as possible. We should welcome the fact that our trade with Europe is an important element of jobs created in this country. And I really don't like this anti-European feeling that suggests that we're worse off because we're a member of the European Union. We're better off because of it. And I think we should recognise the importance of membership of the European Union.
Well, I'm very positive.